Guys, it's me, Gina. I'm coming back at you real quick. I haven't been here in a while, and making videos because a lot's been going on in my life, like that. So yeah, I've always been meaning to come back because I still deal with the Mandela effect every day. Still go through changes. I'm affected quite often. You know what I mean, like that. I notice changes all the time. And the reason why I'm coming back today in particular is because I just wanted to talk about some changes and that I would feel related to Mandela effect that I've been wanting to talk about, but I just haven't had time to. And two, I just wanted well, let me just say this. A couple of like months back, I had watched a video about I believe it was a lady. I can't think of her name now, but she was talking about the physical Mandela effect changes. The physical Mandela effect changes to your body. And at the end of her video, I think it's called Soul Healing. That's the name of the lady's channel. But at the end of the video, she was saying that it was asking, did anybody notice any physical changes and stuff like that. Um, so I made a video talking about the fact that I was double joint. I noticed that I was always been double jointed all my life, and now that I couldn't get in my arms. I was double jointed in my arms, and now I noticed that I can't do the same thing that I used to be able to do with my arms anymore. And I was wondering if that had to do with the Mandela effect, or if it had to do with the fact that I'm in my 40s and I'm just getting old and I can't. I should be able to take my arms over my head and bring them back, and I also can make my arms look like they're broken because I'm double jointed. So I was like, I don't know if it's because I'm older or if it's a Mandela effect. Well, I didn't know about that, but I'm certain that this Mandela effect right here, this change right here is a Mandela effect, and I'm gonna tell you, it's maybe like this sometime this year, maybe like a month ago, I was thinking about the Mandela effect changes, physical changes, stuff like that. I don't know why I was thinking about that video, and I was like, I wonder if I have any things because I was watching another video and they was talking about like marks, if you notice anything like marks changing or things moving on your body and stuff like that. And so I was thinking about those two videos, and then I said, I wonder if I have anything that's different on me. And I thought about this birthmark on my leg. I don't just out randomly out of nowhere. I said, what about the birthmark on my knee? I have a birthmark about this size on my knee, a big birthmark, always on my knee. Used to always be on my left knee, and it used to be over a mole. Sure enough, I go look at my knee. It was on my left knee, and the birthmark was gone. I was mind blown. My mind was just blown away. I was like, are you kidding me? I go look at my right knee. Isn't it right there above my right knee? And I'm telling you, it's always been on my left knee because it was over a mole. Look, I still have the mole on my left knee. No birthmark. On my right knee, there is no birthmark, and sure enough, clear as day, there's a birthmark on my right knee now. Now I do, and the funniest thing too is I have a faint memory. First, I was like, "Oh my God, I never had." I kept saying, "I never had my birthmark on my right knee." Then I started getting this feeling, this strange feeling, like a memory of my birthmark being on my right knee, but it was a faint memory. But for the longest time, I know definitely for sure, I'm a million percent sure that for the longest time my birthmark was on my left knee because I'm very clumsy, and I also have two scars on both my legs, and I have a certain scar on my leg under that's under that birthmark because I fell, and so I always remember that. So that's a story in itself because I'm like I said, I'm so clumsy. So it's a scar that I had, a real bad scar. It's kind of faded now, but that was always under the birthmark on my left knee. Now it's like I said, the birthmark is no longer there. So that's when my Mandela effect changed. I don't know when that shift. I noticed it this year, but I never noticed it before. And another thing is that I have a niece that, like I said, I told you before that I'm double jointed. And in my family, because I'm double jointed, it was me being able to do the little situation with my arms, bring them over my head and making my arms like they're broken. It's always been something with family, friends, and like relatives. Like, they would tell me when I was a little kid, oh, shoot, do the thing with your arms, Regina. Make your arms like they're broken. And take your arms like Regina's double jointed. Take your arms over your head and stuff like that. That's always been a big deal when I was a little kid growing up and stuff like that. So this year, I found out my niece can do the same thing. But how about, this is the mind blown part. How about I never knew that before? And my niece is 18 years old. She lives in the same city, doesn't live far from me. All of a sudden, she was over my house and she was yawning and stretching. And she goes to stretch. That's how I stretch too. She brings her arms over her head, still connected together, and brings them back. I said, Jayla, you're double jointed. You can do the same thing with your arms. She was like, yeah. How come they never mentioned? Her mom was sitting right there, which is my sister. I said, Nettie, you never told me Jayla was double jointed. She said, Jayla's always been there. She's always been able to do that. How come that's not been? When I tell you that was always a big thing when me growing up, you would think somebody would say, oh, Regina, guess what? Jayla can do the same thing you can do with your arms. She can do the same things I can do with my arms. But now I can't do the same like things because I'm older. But the same things I used to be able to do. But how come I don't have a memory of ever seeing her do that before. And she's 18. And I'm in her. She's in my life, and I see her quite often. Over 18 years. I always wonder if that's like a Mandela effect, a reality shift. That's weird to me. So that's the only thing. Those are two things I wanted to talk about. But it's a lot of other things that has been happening. Like I said, I'm on YouTube almost all the time, so I have a lot of things I want to talk about, and I will at some other point in time. But just for right now, I want to discuss those two things. So had to get back to my Mandela affected people. Only people that understand me and the people I can talk to. I have nobody in my personal life I can talk to about this. So that's it for now. But I'll be talking to you guys at another date. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.